Have you ever wondered how it would feel to be face to face with Mama Mary? Well, even if that's not necessarily on your bucket list, here at the Montemaria International Pilgrimage and Conference Center in Batangas City, that experience is quite frankly the highlight of your visit. What's up, beach listers? It's Hannah. For over 15 years, our team, together with the Poor Traveler, has been exploring the Philippines to list out the best that the country has to offer. Churches and shrines are common in many destinations around the country. This time, we're bringing you to Montemaria International Pilgrimage and Conference Center, or more commonly known as the Montemaria Shrine in Batangas City. While this facility is still developing, its most outstanding feature is the massive statue of Mary, Mother of all Asia, said to be the world's tallest statue of the Virgin Mary. Located in Barangay Pagkilatan in Batangas City, Montemaria Shrine is a 3 to 4 hour drive from Manila. From the Batangas City Center, it's actually a 40-minute drive away. If you're traveling by car from Metro Manila, we suggest using a trusted navigation app to make it easier for you. But for reference, here's a route you can take to get there. Take the South Luzon Expressway until you reach the Calabarzon Expressway or Star Tollway. Continue driving along Star Tollway and take Batangas Balagtas exit. Make a slight left onto Balagtas flyover and continue driving along President Jose P. Laurel Highway. Turn left to Ebora Road, then turn right to Gamboa Road. Make your way to Batangas Tabangao Lobor Road. Continue driving and follow the signs to Montemaria Shrine. If you're planning to commute, here's the route you can take. From Manila, board a bus to Batangas Grand Terminal. DLTB Co and Jamliner have these routes, so just go to the closest bus terminal to you. At the Grand Terminal, ride the jeepney to SM Batangas. Find the jeepney terminal at SM Batangas and take a jeepney bound for Ilihan. Ask the driver to drop you off at Montemaria in Pagkilatan. If you're driving from outside Batangas like us, then you may want to check out the many accommodation options within the province that you'll be able to find on Klook or Agoda. For Klook, make sure to use our promo code PHBeachKlook, and if the code doesn't work, you can always redeem your discount voucher via this link, philippinebeaches.org/klook. You can also use Agoda TPT on Agoda for up to 10% off on accommodations. Officially named Mother of all Asia, Tower of Peace, this statue of Mary is the most iconic feature of the Montemaria Shrine. Measuring around 98 meters high, it is so huge that you can see it even when you're in the middle of the ocean. This was how we first encountered this gigantic Marian statue. Prior to visiting Montemaria, we went to Verde Island, and from the boat we got a glimpse of the statue standing tall on top of a mountain. But this isn't just a statue. It was also built as a residential building with a total of 21 stories. There's also a view deck on the 15th floor right by the Hand of Mary, which guests can access by paying a fee to enter the view deck. Frankly, this is what most tourists make the trip to Barangay Pagkilatan for. If you're planning to visit Montemaria by driving a private vehicle, we must warn you, the walk from the parking area to the entrance of the viewing deck is long and uphill. It was around noon when we went here, so just imagine how hot it was. So don't forget to wear sunscreen and use an umbrella or a hat. For this specific attraction, you'll pay for the entrance fee at this ticket booth. Then you'll be given a ticket which you have to present to the staff at the elevator. After verification, take the elevator up and get off at the 15th floor. And when you reach the view deck, you'll get this view of Batangas Bay featuring Tingloy, Verde Island, and even parts of Oriental Mindoro. Aside from enjoying the view, people also take photos like this with the bust of the Marian statue behind them. We also spent some time hanging out in this area on the 15th floor before you go out to the view deck. It was really cool and windy in this area, especially if you stand close to these windows. At least that's what Mariah tells me.
Tinamutin niyo si Maria. Sino yun?
By the way, if you're hungry or thirsty, you can grab a quick drink or snack at this store right by the ticket booth before or after you go up to the viewing deck. Another attraction within the premises of Montemaria is the mirror deck, which is on the rooftop of a cafe. Unfortunately, the cafe wasn't open when we visited, and we don't know for sure if it's already operating. But the mirror deck is open for tourists for an entrance fee of 80 pesos. You'll pay the entrance fee at this table right by the door of the building, then climb up the stairs to get to the deck. The whole floor is covered with mirrors so you can take cool photos like this. But before heading out to the deck, grab foot covers and wear them on top of your footwear first. Marian and I tried to remake the shots displayed by the entrance, which was a bit of a challenge because the glass floor was hot. But we still tried our best to get a few photos for the gram. This is the newest attraction in Montemaria, another view deck with a glass bridge. And while it's already operational, it is exclusive to members only, so we weren't able to experience this attraction. If you guys have been to Montemaria and have tried this, please let us know in the comments. There are two chapels within the estate, the Santa Nina Chapel and St. John Paul II Chapel. Marian and I weren't able to visit the chapel during our visit, but here are some photos I took from a previous visit to Montemaria. They hold mass here on weekends and public holidays. If you're planning to visit during Holy Week, here's their schedule of activities. In the future, you can also check out their website for updated mass schedules and activities. As we mentioned, Montemaria is still an ongoing project. According to their website, a hotel, resort, water park, and other recreational facilities are in the works. Now, if you're visiting Batangas City as a tourist, it's likely that Montemaria isn't the only thing on your itinerary. Here are a few side trips you can take around Montemaria to add even more value to your weekend getaway. Okay, disclaimer, this isn't the official name of this side trip since it doesn't really have an official name, but it's how we've made sense of this stop. On the way to Montemaria from Batangas City, you'll find this baywalk-like area along the Batangas-Tabangao-Lobor Road. While it may not give you a front view of the shrine, it is quite a sight to see this massive statue of Mama Mary standing atop the mountain and standing so close to the ocean. It also makes for a beautiful background for your own photos. If you'd like to stop by this baywalk of sorts, you'll find the Google Maps pin of an area that's close to the supposed baywalk. At this point, you're just 15 minutes away from the actual Montemaria shrine. When you visit Montemaria, you can spend the rest of your day exploring Batangas City. If you love coffee, you can go cafe hopping. There are a lot of homegrown coffee shops around the city that are worth trying. Since Marian and I both love coffee and Batangas is, after all, known for its kapeng barajo, we made it a point to try out a few coffee shops within the city. One of our favorites is Calle Barajo. We loved their coffee and their location was a bonus. We'll tell you more about this and the other coffee shops we visited in an upcoming Batangas City video, so watch out for that. You can also make a stop at a beach like Failan Beach, which we discovered on our way to Montemaria. They have tables and cottages for day tour guests, and there are also rooms if you want to stay overnight. If you want to book with a resort, you can reach them at this number on your screen. Verde Island is located in the Verde Island Passage, which is considered the center of the world's marine biodiversity by a Smithsonian study. During our trip, we went to Verde Island for an overnight stay. It is just a boat ride away from the city. We will make a separate video for Verde Island too, so stay tuned. Lobo is another destination you can explore from Batangas City since it is a neighboring town. Among the attractions here are its pebble beaches and Malabrigo Point Lighthouse. You can also make your way to San Juan to check out their beaches. You can find multiple resorts in Laia if you plan on staying the night or a weekend at the beach. We have a whole video dedicated to the best beaches in Batangas that you can watch on this channel. If you want to see more informative travel videos and vlogs, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. If you're watching this on Facebook, support us by following our page. Let's move on to some frequently asked questions about Montemaria. Is there an entrance fee? If we're talking about the whole Montemaria International Pilgrimage and Conference Center, there isn't really an entrance fee per se. You can visit the facility for free provided that you, first, walk in on foot, and second, admire the statue of Mama Mary from the ground. Considering how the Montemaria is quite out of the way, I think very few people would visit the shrine without bringing a vehicle of some sort, which does entail parking fees. Similarly, since the statue of Mama Mary is the highlight of this facility and there's just something so intriguing about being face-to-face with the larger-than-life image of her, you will most likely be paying the 150 peso entrance fee to this view deck. Just keep that in mind when preparing for your budget for your visit. Is there a designated parking area? Yes, they have a huge parking area, so parking space won't be a problem if you travel by private car. But note that the parking area is a bit far from the entrance to the view deck, so if you're traveling with seniors or someone with mobility issues, make sure to drop them off at the view deck entrance first before parking your vehicle. Here are their parking rates. And that's it. If you have any questions about Montemaria, just leave a comment below and we'll try to answer all of them. And if you have other questions about Batangas or you have suggestions on attractions we should visit next, feel free to sound off in the comments too. If you want to see more videos like this and everything you need to know about traveling around the country, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you get notified when we have new videos. You can also check out our blog, philippinebeaches.org. You can also follow us on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram. We are Philippine Beach List on all those platforms. The Philippines has thousands of islands. It's going to take a lifetime to visit each one, so we better get counting. Again, this is Hannah. Join us next time as we check another destination of our Philippine Beach List. Bye!